Welcome to Welcome to episode 2 of HBCU Grad Live. I'm here with Kwame White. Kwame, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Kwame White, and I am the CEO of Work Smart, Enjoy Life, LLC, and we offer diaper bags for dads.
Diaper bags for dads. Now, what HBCU did you go to?
A&T, Aggie Prime.
Nice. Now, when did you first get introduced to HBCUs?
Well, it's HBCU has been in my family for a long time. My grandmother went to Howard. My grandfather went to Hampton.
Wow.
My parents they worked at Howard for a while. My father did, and my mother did some things at HBCU as well. And actually, part of the reason why part of my story is, and I'll get into that in more detail later, I'm sure. But my wife is now also a professor at another HBCU, North State.
Oh, wow. So are you from DC?
Yeah, born and raised in DC, Northwest DC.
Okay, now where are you now?
Now we are in Virginia Beach.
Okay, nice. My sister went to Hampton, so that's how I got initially exposed to HBCUs.
Very good.
So I know about HBCUs from the East Coast.
Absolutely.
Right.
And you went to Hampton, right?
I went to FAMU.
Oh, FAMU, excuse me. Okay.
Yeah, I went to FAMU. My sister went to Hampton. So, Hampton was great. I loved it, but I wanted to go down south. So I chose to go as far south as I could.
A lot of great people came out of FAMU.
What's that?
A lot of great people came out of FAMU too.
That's true, and that's true for all HBCUs. Now, what made you choose North Carolina A&T with everybody from Howard and Hampton and the other HBCUs?
Similar to you, my sister was at A&T, so I joined her.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what did you study?
Supply chain. I actually started out at a PWI in Ohio, at Kent State University. I went there for flight technology, and because I wanted to be a pilot initially, and I went there and I got my pilot license, but it was just very expensive, and then I ended up transferring to North Carolina A&T and focusing on supply chain. And and so graduated with a supply chain degree, and it's been great. Had a great experience there.
Right. Now that makes us even closer because my dad went to Kent State for a semester.
Okay.
And I'm from Cleveland.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I'm very familiar with Cleveland.
Yeah, so pretty much so many people that I went to high school with went to Kent State. So I love Kent State. One of my best friends went to Kent State as well. Now, what did you enjoy most at North Carolina A&T?
Oh man, so many things. I'm also a member of Outside Fraternity Incorporated. So Greek life, but really just the energy at A&T, the homecoming. Of course, the homecoming. I mean, you can't talk about A&T without talking about GHO.
Right.
The greatest homecoming on earth.
Now, when did that moniker come about? When did that moniker come about? The greatest homecoming on earth. Do you know the backstory?
You know what? I'm not exactly sure, and I don't want to mess the story up. So I don't want to talk too much about that because I don't know the exact story now. I don't want to mess that up.
Whatever they did, whoever did that did a great marketing job with that.
Absolutely.
Sorry to mess up your story. Keep going.
No, I was going to say, and then in addition to all the fun that I had, one of the great things specifically about my major is that, unlike you always hear about people graduating and then going into fields that have nothing to do with their major. But within supply chain and really a lot of other specific degree majors at A&T, specifically with supply chain in the business field, everybody that I graduated had multiple job offers within their field from multiple companies before graduation. And that's one of the things that I remember most about the graduation time and senior year time. And everybody's doing well, has really grown throughout their career, and it really just shows the amount of work that the faculty goes and how they go above and beyond to make sure that their students are taken care of, but the connections that the school has with so many of the top top companies around the world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Now, how did you get into making diaper bags?
So it came about because once we, so like I said, I started it, once I left A&T, I was hired by JCPenney to in their supply chain, and I worked there for a little over 10 years, and I managed to work on several projects really all over the world, and got a chance to make a lot of connections from every area of the supply chain, from manufacturing, transportation, customs, the distribution, um, and of course into the stores and where the customers are getting their bags, whether it's online or I mean getting their products, whether it's online or in the store.
Mhm.
And fast forward a few years, my I was dating my girlfriend at the time, long distance. She was in California, getting finishing her master's at UCLA,
Mhm.
and I promised her that if she would move with me to Texas, that I would once she finished up her PhD and found a job that she would love, I would move for her. And so she did that, and that's where and now we're in Virginia Beach, and she's now a professor at Norfolk State University.
Nice. Nice.
Um, so um, and at the same time, I gave up my great corporate job to support my wife's career, and I became, and at the same time, we found out that we want to have a baby, and so I actually became a stay-at-home dad. I chose to do that because um, one, I really just wanted to take some time off. I've been able to save up a decent amount so that I could really spend some time with my baby and do all the things that and really just spend a the time and be there and be present with my son from birth into where we are now.
Right.
And as a dad, I knew I wanted a diaper bag. I just really was just looking for a basic diaper bag. And when I started doing research, I started looking for a bag. I couldn't find a bag that I really liked.
Mhm.
Um, I initially had a cheap bag from Walmart that, and I knew I didn't want to wear a feminine diaper bag. Most of the bags that I saw were feminine. And then my bag had got a hole in it pretty quick, and I needed to replace it. So then I really started looking again. I know I didn't want to get another cheap bag, and I looked all over in a lot of different stores online, and I realized that 99% of the market was catered to mothers,
Mhm.
and I didn't. And I reached out to a lot of other new fathers and just asked them, what are y'all doing for diaper bags? And what I found was that I got three main responses. One, they just used their wife's feminine looking diaper bag. Or two, they got a diaper bag that was designed for mothers that happened to be in a gender neutral color, like black, blue, or gray. But it was still small, still feminine, but just happened to be in a gender neutral color. Or dads just refused to wear a feminine diaper bag or one designed for mothers and just grab the bag that they had around the house and just use that instead.
Mhm.
So those were kind of the three categories that I were reoccurring when I was reaching out to different fathers, and so I was like, I could either just settle for one of those options, or use my resources, use my experience in supply chain, use my connections, and do something about it and create it myself. So I saw a need, and I created it.
Okay. Okay. Now, seeing the situation that we're in now with a lot of guys staying home with their children with what's going on with COVID,
Mhm.
have you had a lot of people reach out to you to ask different things and different methods to kind of cope with what we're going on now? And what have you suggested that can make their life easier while we're going through what we're going through? Because you have the experience because you've been a stay-at-home dad. What kind of things have you suggested to people?
Well, yeah. So there are different things that I've suggested based on the individual questions that have come up. And the main thing, the first thing that I always say is, just be present. Turn the phone off, turn the TV off, and just be there with your children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, and that's what I've always been recommending, even way before COVID started. Now that COVID is here, even after doing all that, being present, there's still a lot more time that we're with our children, that we're with our families. So, you know, when you can, take the kids outside, get some fresh air, involve them as much as you can in your activities, whether it's cooking, whether it's cleaning, the basic things. Try to do things, be creative, and come up with things that will keep them from getting bored, and actually keep you from getting bored as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Makes sense. Now, walk me through prototype to you finally having a product, because I know it's hard to initially come up with something, prototype it, find things. You probably have it a little bit easier because you have studied supply chain, but doing it in real life is different. So walk me from prototype, iteration, not getting what you want, adding to the product, and then finally having the product that you have in market right now.
Okay. So with my situation is a little bit different. I actually didn't have to do a prototype. I reached out to I found some suppliers that some manufacturers that needed somebody to get their bags out,
Mm,
that weren't marketing to anybody, that didn't have any resellers, that weren't working with any vendors, and that's how I started out. And I did it that way simply because, one, I wanted it back rather quickly, and two, I saw the demand. I wanted to get a business out there sooner than later,
mm-hmm,
and I didn't want to. So first, I found several manufacturers that I talked to, and I was able to negotiate some good deals with them so that I can offer um, great product, high quality product that stylish and multifunctional bags that dads, but also moms love, and they can use long past the time that their children are in diapers.
mm-hmm.
I don't know
Now,
if you got a chance to check out the website, but each one of our bags have laptop pockets. They also have charging ports, which parents love, because in case there's an emergency and if you're out and about with your children, or even out and about by yourself, and I don't know if you've ever been out and your phone dies, and you need to make a call or something, but each one of our bags have charging ports, so you can quickly charge up your phone if necessary, or keep your phone charged so that it won't die, so that you'll always be able to call your loved ones, or continue doing work if you choose to use the bag as a work bag as well.
mm-hmm.
Each of our bags have lots of pockets so you can organize everything easily. A lot of diaper bags that I've seen in the marketplace have just a few pockets, so everything gets lost. So you're scrambling through trying to find whether it's diapers or bottles or toys or other essentials for your baby.
Sorry, we lost Kwame here. Hopefully, we can get him back in here. Looks like his Wi-Fi was doing something, so hopefully we can get him back in here because he was giving us some good advice. Um, if you check out his website is really nice, and he has some really good bags. The website here is WSEL bags, WSELbags.com. Check it out. Support them if you have someone that needs a bag, or if you need one yourself. So he has a really good website. Me and him have been talking for about 6 months, going back and forth. We've exchanged probably tens of emails, and it we finally got here to this day. So and it's almost perfect timing because of what we're going through at this time with COVID. So I'm gonna send him a message and see if we can get him back on here. Just bear with us for 1 second. Leave a comment so I can know who's in here. I want to see who's in here. Leave a comment. I love interacting. That's what I love about this. And if anyone wants to start a podcast, StreamYard is what we use. Okay, Kwame's coming back on here. StreamYard is what we use, and it's, as you can see, it's a really, really nice platform that allows you to capture video, and it also allows you to put things at the bottom, W sale bags, and the different comments and things like that. So Kwame's coming back on, so bear with us for one quick second, and we'll be right back to it. That was some very solid advice. That's IV on YouTube. True great people did come out of FAMU. HBCUs build and produce great people. Clark Atlanta and ITC Morehouse College of Religion here. Awesome. Newtonia Hemp Hill, thank you for tuning in. Aggie Pride, Pascal Whitfield. Aggie Pride is real, Pascal. I have to give it to you guys. You guys really have real pride. Okay, 1 second. We're working to get Kwame in here. It looks like we're going to get him back in here in one moment. He was talking about his diaper bag line. I think it's really cool for someone to go into a niche. You know, is riches and niches, and he is in a niche that not a lot of people have thought about. So we're working on it now. So we got Kwame back. Okay. Can you hear me, Kwame? Thumbs up. Can you hear me, Kwame? Hey, Kwame. I can see you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can see you. Man, it froze a little bit here. 1 second. We're working on it. Technical difficulties do happen. And we will have him back on here in 1 second. It may be maybe the Wi-Fi is having some issues on his end, but we will have him back in here in 1 second. Kwame, can you hear me? I'm going to remove you, Kwame. Try to log back in. Okay, I remove Kwame. Okay, let's see if we can log him back in here. See if that'll help. You hear Kwame? Okay, 1 second. I'm communicating with him right here. I want you guys to hear the rest of this conversation because it's a really good one. And direct to consumer is really taking off. So if you have any type of brand, direct to consumer brand, this is something that can give you some real jewels. And we're going to talk about, the marketing and a couple different other aspects of it too. So hang in here with us. Kwame said he's trying to log back in now. And once he gets logged back in, we'll be back rolling. Here we go. I think Kwame's on the way back here. 1 second. Here to support my fellow Aggie friend, Patrice. Okay,
Kwame. Can you hear me, Todd?
Yep, I can hear you. We're back. Patrice is here to support you. You know Patrice Stevens? Can you hear me, Kwame?
Todd.
Yep. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Kwame? Can you hear me? Kwame, can you hear me? I can hear you.
I can hear you now. Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. All right. There we go. Patrice Stevens is here to support you. Do you know Patrice?
What's up, Patrice? What's up, Soror?
All right. So we were talking about where you are. We were talking about your bags, and we talked about all the different things with your bags. So keep on going from where we left off.
Excellent. So yes, one of the big things that stands out about my bags that you won't find on 99% of any bag out there, and this is why dads love them. And surprisingly, I'm actually seeing that a lot of my customers are mothers that end up once they see how cool, how stylish the bag is, and how many great features they have, they end up using the bag themselves. I've heard lots of comments like that. But each of our bags, one, they look good. They're designed not to look like the traditional diaper bags. They look
Hmm.
good to not so you can take it to work, take it to the gym, take it to the vet, wherever, and people will not look at you and like, oh, why are you wearing it? Why are you carrying a diaper bag? And we did it that way mainly because when you mothers have so many great options for diaper bags. I mean, diaper bags that look like purses, diaper bags that look like tote bags, diaper bags that look like all type of other designer and luxury options. And moms deserve great options,
Hmm.
but fathers do too. And so I wanted dads to have great options as well. And so our bags, like I said, they're stylish, and each of our bags come with uh, a laptop pocket big enough to hold the largest 17-inch laptops. They
Nice.
have lots of pockets for organizations. You know, there's lots of diaper bags that are out there, but they only several of them might only have one or two pockets, and things are always getting lost in them. People are scrambling around for baby bottles, toys, diapers, wipes, or other essentials. Our
Mhm.
bags are not only are they big enough to hold items for your baby, but you can put things in there for multiple babies and for multiple adults. So we're cutting down on having to carry a laptop bag first or another bag if you take going on whether it's great whether it's going on a trip to the grocery store, a trip to the park for the kids, or a weekend trip to grandma and grandpa's. Um, and so yeah, each of our bags have a laptop pocket. They have one of our greatest features is that every bag has a charging port, so that
Mhm.
if you, I don't know if you've ever been out and the your phone dies, and but so we want to make sure that all parents are safe, and so if there's ever in case of emergency, your phone will always you can keep your phone always charged, or if you just need to plug it up, just to keep it from charging or keep it from dying.
Mhm.
Um, each of our pocket, so they look good. They have lots of pockets for charging port features. They're easily cleanable. So they had, I mean, really, we made sure that we have all the features that mom and dads would ever want or need.
Right. All right. Now, Patrice is asking, where is this available at? This is the correct website, WSEL Bags.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. How do you advertise?
We initially we all did word of mouth, and one of the things that I found since launching is that people want to help, especially if it's a product or service that people believe in.
Mhm.
So I reached out to a lot of my family members and friends and network, and let them know that I was what I was doing, and a lot of them shared, reposted, gave shout outs. Even when I reached out to a lot of influencers, a lot of them believed in what I was doing, saw the need for it, and gave free shout outs, and as much as appreciated it. And and that's how I was initially able to really get the word out. One of the big things that one of my early goals was to spend as little as possible, being on a tight budget, and to create a successful brand, and where we're able to help not only fathers but families in general.
Mhm. Mhm. That makes sense. Have you tried Facebook or Instagram ads yet?
We just started that actually. Just got a someone an investor that approached me, and who's also another HBCU grad, and who's helping specifically with marketing on social media.
Okay. Okay. Now, if you get a chance, well, when you get a chance, look at Instagram story ads. The
Okay.
Instagram ads are okay. Facebook ads are okay. But Instagram story ads are so unbelievably underpriced.
Mm,
It's ridiculous. Like we've run ads on the only Instagram stories, and sometimes we can get swipe ups and they only cost a penny.
wow.
So Instagram story ads are unbelievable because you can swipe up and go right to it, and it's a place where a lot of people aren't advertising. People don't realize how many people look through the Instagram story ads. Another one that'll be really good for you is YouTube pre-roll ads based off of people's Google searches.
Mhm.
So if someone searched diaper bag for dad, you can run an ad in front of people's YouTube videos. So they'll come home at night just watching YouTube video, and then
Right,
they'll see an ad that you put up there and like, wow, how did they, you know how sometimes you'd see an ad like, how do they even know that I'm into this?
right.
You know, and you can do it based off of people's Google searches. So that YouTube pre-roll product and the Instagram story product are two great products that have worked extremely well for us. So
Good to
try
know.
those as well.
Thank
Now,
you for sharing that.
yeah, no problem. Do you use Shopify?
Yes, we built our website off of Shopify. Yes,
Shopify is the best, isn't it?
it absolutely is, and it's very user friendly, very convenient.
Right. Now, what apps do you use on Shopify to help you with your business?
We use a bundle app. We use let's see, let me put it up.
Mhm. I just want to give people actionable tips if they want to build their own brand, and
Right, right.
kind of give them some different tips and really provide a lot of value.
Great question. I'm gonna put it up so I'll give you the exact one that I'm using. Uh,
IV on YouTube said a
they all have
Father's
been.
Day sale. Yeah, IV on YouTube said a Father's Day sale would be awesome for your bags. That is a good idea.
Oh yeah, we have several Father's Day ads coming up. Definitely in
Okay,
the works,
okay,
and some of them have. If, you might have already seen some of them. Yeah, we have been advertising. We're starting some Father's Day ads right away,
okay,
and some
okay.
of the ads
Awesome.
are already up for sure.
Right. That was a great suggestion, IV.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. We use Frequently Bought Together app. We have an affiliate marketing app. For
Mhm.
those that don't know, Google Shopping even now offers free ads or free advertising space in the area for non-paid advertising. So you can, if you have a Shopify page, you can link it to Google, and you'll get. So, and if somebody goes to Google Shopping, they can see your product if they search for um, uh, one of your taglines.
Mhm. Mhm.
Of course, I use connected with Pinterest, Facebook Shop, as my product reviews, some upsell recommendations.
Mhm.
Those are the biggest ones that I use the most.
Okay. Okay. That's great. That's great. I know that will really help. What advice would you give someone that wants to start their own direct to consumer brand?
I would say go for it, make it happen. You know, if you have an idea, put it into action and make it happen. I went from idea to conception in 90 days in
Wow.
under $1,000, and
Wow.
and it's been a journey ever since, but a positive journey.
Right. Right. That's
We're
awesome.
continuing to learn new things every day, and but you can do it. I'm just saying that to say that you can do it for without spending a lot of money, without spending a lot of time doing it. So if you have ideas, don't sit on it. Make it happen.
Right. Right. That makes sense. What do you
And
wish?
I was also want to say that in addition to that, as far as cost saving, you can find a lot of great resources for very low prices out there.
Right. Right. Now, what do you wish I would have asked you that I haven't asked you yet?
Um, well, Todd, you've asked a lot of great questions. So we got a chance to talk about my bags. We got a chance to talk about my story. We even got a chance to talk about my HBCU experience.
Right.
So I'm not sure if there's anything else that we want to talk about that I don't think you've already asked.
Right. I'm gonna throw a right hook here. The people that are watching this, can they have a discount code for a bag? Can we have a special discount code for people that watch this HBCU Grad Live?
Yeah, for sure. Let me give you a discount.
Okay,
I'm gonna
that's
set one
awesome.
up right now for all the ones for everybody that's live and wants to support. Get a bag for
All right.
bag.
There we go. You still here with me, Kwame?
I'm here. Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay. Yep, I
I'm,
hear
I'm,
you.
I'm gonna set up one right now. I'm gonna give everybody that's on live right now 15% off.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Kwame.
And just, just type in HBCU grad.
There we go.
Matter of fact, but just for those that are on live, we can set up a different discount later. Um, those that see it, but for those that are on live and want to get something right now, I'm going to make it 25%.
Oh, awesome.
Give people a little more incentive.
What do they have to type in?
They're going to have to type in HBCU grad. And the code is ready now. So you can go in there right now and put in HBCU grad and get 25% off your order.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We appreciate that. We appreciate that, Kwame. Where can people find you online?
You can find me you can follow any of our pages, whether it's on Pinterest, on Facebook, or on Instagram at Work Smart Enjoy Life. Work Smart
Mhm.
Enjoy Life. That's our business page across all platforms. My personal page is It's Kwam at It's Kwam ITSKWAM. And on Facebook, it's just my name, Kwame White,
Okay.
on my
All
personal page.
right. All right. Sounds good. We really appreciate it. I'm going to ask a selfish question. What can we do better at HBCU Grad as far as the content we put out, as far as anything? What have you seen that we can do better?
Uh, I like what you all put out. Um, a lot of it, from what I've seen, is for recent grads.
Okay.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think highlighting some of the grads that have graduated 5, 10, 25 or years older would be good to see as well. Because I
That's
know a lot of your followers are not recent. I mean, you have a lot of followers that are recent grads, but you also have a lot of followers, from what I've seen, that have graduated a decade or more ago.
that is true. That's great advice. That's great advice. And see if we can render those photos so they can even show up. Some of those old photos come up kind of ugly. Nowadays. But yeah, that's really good advice. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, Kwame. I wish you the best in your business. If there's anything that we can ever do to help, we're here. Any last words you want to leave with the audience before you go?
Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for your support. If you know of any fathers, Father's Day is coming up, so definitely check us out. Let me know what your favorite bag is. We have 3 primary bags. They're all they have similar features. They all have the same similar features, but they look different. So let me know what your favorite bag is, um, and look forward to serving you all. And Todd, thanks a lot for your time today. We've had a great conversation, so I really appreciate it.
All right. We appreciate you. Thanks, Kwame. If you need anything, you know where we're at.
So,
All right. Have a good one.
have a good one.
Bye bye. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to us on YouTube. This is a great episode for anyone that's looking to do a direct to consumer brand. And catch you on the next episode. Bye bye.